Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, and it's MrAnchor here once again. Today's tutorial is just going to be a walkthrough of how I edited my very recent video, the pre-wedding shoot I did for my couple. I got the request to actually have a tutorial on how I edited those photos. So, guys, without much ado, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, and also share, and also subscribe. And as a returning subscriber, thanks for coming around once again. I've been doing this with you. I really appreciate you all. So guys, come along with me. Let's start today's tutorial session. So let me walk you through the whole process. So I started with Capture One. Then from Capture One, I used Capture One for my color correction, color grading. Then I moved straight into Photoshop for a bit of skin work and further processing. So here is the raw photo of the very first look we did, which was all black on the wooden backdrop. And here is also the second one, which was this colorful theme, basically all red. And yeah, so back to the previous photo. We are going to take this image from here to here. So from here is the raw image to here, from here to here. So I'll walk you through how I started with my color correction and added the grid on top of the whole recipe. So let's start with this image first. If you are conversant with Capture One, you know that you can create layers in Capture One. So what I did was I applied two of my presets I've already created in Capture One. We call it styles. So I applied two of my styles to achieve the kind of look we will be seeing in this video. So we come over here and select new field adjustment layer. Yeah, exactly. Right click on that, and over here to the apply adjustments from you choose custom styles. And inside the custom styles, I have anchor movement styles, anchor signature one. So over here I have this, I have this, I have that, and I have this. Okay, so this is how it all started. I first applied this as the base style. And I also added a second one. So you create a second layer for the very second one, which was the same process. You come over here, then you choose the very second one. So as you can see, there's a whole lot of difference in the very first look. So here's where we started from, and here's where we are now. So we started from here, and here's where we are now. Started from here. You can see in the first style I applied was a bit saturated, and to me wasn't looking pleasing to the eye, so I decided to add the second one, which will mute the colors a bit for me. So that's how I took the image from here to here, here to here. So if you want to actually see what is happening in the styles, you can even check it here inside the white balance. Here's the settings, and also the exposure tab. Here's what's going on. And over here inside the high dynamic range tab, there's nothing going on. So you can also check so you can move straight into the color editor tab and check for yourself. So over here inside the reds, there is something going on here, so you can pause the video and also check the settings for yourself. This is just a walkthrough, not an in-depth video though. And inside the oranges, this is what is happening. Yellows, nothing is going on here. Greens, nothing. Aqua, nothing. And blue, so on and so forth. Yeah. But then, as you can see, inside the color balance too, there was something going on here. So you can pause the video and study what is going on in the various tabs. And also inside the second style I applied, you can see there is a bit of adjustment with the Kelvin and tint. And also inside the exposure, if I uncheck this one, you can see it was a bit darker. And when I applied that one, the exposure was a bit okay. So just as you can see, inside the exposure tab, there is a slight adjustment being made to the exposure of the image. And because it was saturated, there is a bit of desaturation going on here, which is -15. And also the shadows was raised a bit to +5. And yeah, that's it. And also inside the color editor tab, you can see the reds have been tempered, the hue, the saturation, and the lightness. And I think basically that was what was touched in the second style I applied. Okay, so I'll also walk you through the very second one and how everything went by from here to here. So here is how the raw looks like, and here is how the final image also looks like. Yeah. So with that one, the same approach, but then different styles was applied. Create another layer, and you apply a style from the custom styles. And over here, I chose my Anchor Signature 3, which is this one. So that was the very first style I applied to the second look. And I also created another adjustment layer, applied the style, the very second one, this way. That is the Anchor Signature 4, the Ivy. And just as you can see, there's been a bit of changes after applying the very second one. So before I applied the second one, you could see the colors were really popping. The reds were standing out so much that I wanted to also dial down a bit. So I applied the very second style to it and it gave me this. So just as you can see with the loop over here is how we converted it from raw to processed. Raw to processed. Yeah, so basically that's what happened in Capture One. And let me quickly walk you through how the adjustments are done in the various tabs. So just as you can see in the exposure tab, this is what is going on. You can pause the video and check the settings. And also in the color editor tab, the reds are being tempered a bit, and yellows none, greens none, aqua none, and so on and so forth. But when you come into the color balance tab, there's a bit of adjustment going on there. Onto the second one, just as you can see, whatever has been done here, you can just pause the video and check through and learn a thing or two. So that's how I took these images from raw to processed, raw to processed, raw to processed. When it comes to color grading, it's basically removing colors and adding colors. Whatever you see with the raw image that you don't want it to be dominant, you can just take it off. And whatever you see in the image that you want to add, you can also add that to your image to further enhance the colors in the image. Mind you, when it comes to color grade, you don't have to overdo because it may end up ruining your whole image. And also with the styles I used, I'll be putting out some presets and styles very soon. And people have been asking me for my color grading presets and the whole lot, the LUT and other stuff. Something I'm cooking and I want it to be mega, so I'll be putting them out soon. So guys, keep your fingers crossed as I cook in the kitchen and get you the best color grading presets and styles. So quickly we'll move into Photoshop. So inside Photoshop, we are going to start with the very black look. So inside Photoshop, I'll walk you through step by step how I further enhance the photos. So right over here is what was done to the image in Capture One. And as you can see, there are some imperfections in the image, from blemishes to hair strands. And yeah, there was a stamp I was using for the shoot on set. I don't want that here, so I'll remove it. And with the backdrop too, there is this grain here. I'll remove that one too as well. So I'll walk you through how I took it from here to the very final point, which is here. So how I took it from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. All right, so let's start. After importing the image into Photoshop, I created another layer, which is the layer 1. And with the layer 1, I did a bit of blemish removal on the next layer. So just as you can see the before and after, you can see there are some blemishes being removed, and the hair strands of our beautiful bride to be was also removed, and some imperfections in the image as well. So yeah, that was what happened here. And in the next layer, what happened was I did a bit of liquidify work. So as you can see, before and after. Less is more when it comes to photo editing. You don't have to overdo things for it to look so unnatural. So this is what happened in the liquidify. And yeah, quickly I started with my frequency separation. As I said in the previous video, my clients didn't want their photos overly edited or overly retouched. So I had that in mind. So I didn't do much in the frequency separation layer, just as you can see before and after. It's very subtle. If you can really pay keen attention to the skin area, you can see there's a bit of blending going on there. Yeah, so that's what happened in the frequency separation layer. And quickly I did a bit of dodging and bending. That's where most of the light correction and evening out of tones was also done. So as you can see before and after applying my dodging and bending. So just as you can see, that's what happened here. And quickly I did a bit of eye whitening. It was very subtle because I didn't want it to look so unnatural. I used the hue saturation layer, which is this one, to do a bit of eye whitening. So just as you can see, that's the before applying it and after. And the very second one too was teeth whitening. I think that one would be a bit clear. So as you can see, before applying the teeth whitening to it and after applying teeth whitening. Yeah. Okay. And the next one I did was, because the overall look was a bit punchy and there were so much reds in the image, I decided to dial it down a bit. So I created a group of hue saturation layers just to dial down the redness of the image. So with that, after applying it, that's how we got our image to be. The reds were really dialed down and I really liked the look, as well as my client enjoyed the final outcome. So that was after applying, that was before applying the hue saturation layers and after applying the hue saturation layers to the image. It's giving this butter-like skin tone, if I will put it. Yeah. So that's what happened in this image. So guys, quickly I'll move to the second one, which is the red one, and take you through what also happened here. It's basically as what happened in the previous photo. So over here, we took the image from here to here, here to here. So with the previous, what I did was, because the reds were too much, after doing the color correction and color grading, I did a bit of, I tempered the colors here in Photoshop, as you can see. But with the red one, I didn't touch anything when I got into Photoshop. Yeah, so let me run you quickly into how everything went by. So with this one, I created another layer, and with that I did a bit of blemish removal and hair strand removal, and also liquify also happened here. And quickly I started with my frequency separation, as you can see. And yeah, that was it for the frequency separation. And in the next layer, what I did was I did a bit of eye cleaning. As you can see, there was this eye vein standing out so much that I didn't want it to be like that. So I got rid of that by removing it. And also I did a bit of I did a bit of dodging and bending. Yeah, dodging and bending. So as you can see, the before and after applying dodging and bending, before and after, before and after, before and after. Yeah. And yeah, that was it. I did eye whitening too with the hue saturation layer here. And yeah, that was it. And yeah, I added some sharpness to the image. So here is how I took it from here to here to here. Yeah, so this was just a walkthrough, not an in-depth tutorial about how I edited these photos. So guys, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also share to other people to discover my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you so much. Just to put this news out there, this red look was shot with vintage backdrops, and also with the styles I used for the color grading and color correction. I will be releasing them out soon, so guys, stay tuned for what I have in store for you all. Until the next Charlie will talk, Charlie. Peace.